welcome back to the channel. Before we even start talking about the bike, there is one little warning that's coming from the manufacturer. If you have your bike charging, so the charger is plugged in and the bike is charging, do not turn the bike on. Do not press the turn on button, because that somehow messes up with the controller of the bike and later you can't turn it on and you need to get it fixed. So please do not turn on your bike when it's charging. This time we have e-bike from KuKirin. Yes, the same KuKirin who made the electrical scooters and started making them, I don't know, what was it? Brownie, you know? He doesn't know. It was 5, 6, 7 years ago. Started with cheap electrical scooters. Now they're making actually quite high quality ones. This time they have 3 e-bikes. This is KuKirin V3. Let's get it out on the box, go riding and figure out is it good or not. I actually enjoy unboxing bikes more than I enjoy unboxing electrical scooters because there is more to assemble, more to do, more to explore. After installing kickstand, front light, mudguard, front wheel, handlebars, few other little things like seat and so on, the bike was ready to roll. All the other screws that were in place were tightened well. And that's 36 volt, 15 amp hours or 540 watt hour. And now it's locked. All the components on the bike are quite simple but look sturdy and manufactured to high quality. It's got to be one of the coolest things when you buy a factory pre-built e-bike, that you actually get a light and you don't need to think about the batteries and so on, because the light is connected to your main battery pack, so you never need to worry about having your lights on. But for whatever weird reason, this is already second bike this year. Instead of the light at the back, you get this nice little reflector, but you can't turn it on. So now you need to buy another light and think about batteries or something like that. Otherwise you don't have any light at the back, and at least in Denmark it's not legal to ride a bike without both lights in the dark. On the day of recording the video, the bike retails for 800 euros, and for that price you get 36 volt 15 amp hour battery pack, 350 watt motor mounted in the rear axle, and you have 40 kilometers per hour max speed. Of course we're gonna test that, and it's on 27.5 inch tires. The bike is a classic hybrid bike, which you can ride a little bit off-road and a little bit on-road, which makes it a great commuter. The overall frame is sleek, not too beefy, probably hydroformed, looks pretty nice to my eye. I don't have any doubt it's sturdy enough because the welds look alright, and probably you're not gonna send it downhill trail. There is a 1 sprocket in the front and 7 sprockets in the rear of the bike, with a Shimano shifter that has a little protective cage around it so you don't break it if you drop your bike. The front and rear mechanical disc brakes are operated by cables. There are decent mudguards that do actually quite a good job in wet conditions, and a rack to put up to 25 kilos of weight. The stem is not adjustable, and there is a straight handlebar that is not too long, which is alright for a commuter type of bike. Brake handle, thumb throttle, and the shifter on the right side, and brake handle, little ring bell, and the control panel on the left side. There is no any extra clutter on the control panel, and I like that. 3 simple buttons. You can change between the 3 speed modes, pressing up and down. Pressing double the on-off button will change between the trip, odometer, and the voltage of the battery pack, and holding one of those buttons will turn on or off the headlight. Now let's go riding the bike and see how it performs on the streets. Let me stop here for a second. This is my one and only real complaint about this bike, is the frame size is a little bit too small for me. I'm 1.91 m or 6'2", I think. And while it's easy to control a smaller bike, when I go on the longer trips, I would still like my knees to straighten up when the pedal is in the bottom position, and that's simply not gonna happen. And not only that, but sometimes some of my shoes would hit the kickstand mount, so I either need to redo it or, I don't know, have smaller feet probably. I knew it from the first try. this bike will be pretty fast. I saw 38 kilometers per hour, 39. Not only does this bike reach 40 kilometers per hour, but what's super important is that speedometer of the bike matches the GPS speed. I can't stress that enough how important it is when the manufacturer delivers what it claims. So when I get an electrical scooter and it says that it should go 30 kilometers per hour, but it actually goes only 22, I start doubting, did they say it's a 10 amp hour battery pack? Is it? And in this case, it actually gives a lot of confidence that the product is what it claims to be. And it's always nice and welcome. I hope that this pushes other manufacturers the same direction, and overall, well done KuKirin, from the old KuGoo scooters that were cheap and simple into the products now that deliver what they claim and are actually really high quality. I think you came a long way, and I hope that you are leading the market forward. That's really cool. I'll just go to the conclusions. Overall, if you are lower than around 1.80 meters, I think this could be a really good electric bike if you're in the market for one. It has a good quality of the components. I think it's a very reasonable price for what you get. I have to mention that 40 kilometers per hour speed, that's actually 40 kilometers per hour measured by GPS. Add in 15 amp hour battery pack, mud guards that will protect you from rain and splashes, and even a little front suspension, which is not exceptional, but it does the job. I would not go with it down 2 meter drops, but for riding as a commuter, it does a pretty good job. You can ride a bit rougher terrain, handles it's completely fine. It looks like a really good package for a really good price if you're not too tall. I hope you found this review useful. Check out my other reviews on the channel, and yeah, I hope I see you in the next video. Cheers!